Accounting equation sums. Janani,
Yes, ma'am.
Manjusha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. I think today question number 5 we have to do, right? Page number 7. Or we already...
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, fine. Okay, dear, take your notebook, both of you, and start doing the sum. As usual, first prepare the format. Be ready with the format. I will teach you, then you can start writing. So, the first transaction is commenced business with cash rupees 50,000. This means owner of the business or a person has started business with cash 50,000. What will be the impact in business? Two things will come inside the business. One, asset. Under asset cash comes, so cash will come into the business 50,000. One more, liability will increase. Under liability only that capital comes. So capital will increase and cash will increase. So you can write it down. Serial number 1, below assets you can write cash, below that you can write 50,000 equals to that capital also increases. Whenever a person starts any business, always remember there will be two impact. First cash will come into the business, then capital will also increase, and capital is always a liability for the business. Business thinks that it is taking loan from the owner of the business, and whenever the business comes to an end, the business needs to repay it. That is why we are treating capital as a liability from business point of view. This is the reason below capital we are writing 50,000 and we are showing it as a liability. First equation done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now we will move to second. Paid into bank rupees 10,000. Try to understand. Paid into bank. Who is paying into bank? Obviously the business. Okay. Business represents the owner. So owner, he is paying 10,000 rupees to bank. Now you have to understand one thing, that business is not paying out of its pocket. Business is taking this 10,000 rupees from available cash, business cash, then it is depositing it into the bank. Okay, are you understanding? You have to understand. Paid into bank means business is taking cash 10,000 from its office. Like 50,000 cash is there with the business. From this 50,000, business is taking 10,000 and depositing into bank. In this way you have to understand the thing. Now what will be the two impact? So here two things are involved. We can say two accounts are involved. First cash account, another one bank account. Now cash will reduce. Cash is also an asset for the business. Same way bank is also an asset for the business, because the more business deposits into bank, whenever the business needs the money it can take from the bank. So bank will also give benefit to the business. It's business money only. The cash deposited into bank is business money only, so it is also an asset for the business. If you see here, one asset is decreasing. Which asset? Cash. Why? Because business is taking cash and depositing into bank, and one asset is increasing. Bank is also asset for the business. So in bank the balance will increase. In office, that is business office, the cash will decrease. So how to show this? From cash you will subtract 10,000 and you will add one more asset. Bank is also an asset for the business. So cash plus bank, one more asset is increased in our business in this second transaction, and in bank how much money we are having? 10,000. Any doubt in this second transaction?
No, ma'am.
Very good. What about Janani?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Hope you both of you are writing, dear. So all the important points also kindly write it down. Like I'm saying, na, paid into bank. They may say deposited into bank also. So write it down. Both means the same. So the business cash we are depositing into bank. Now the third one. After these two, first what we have to do? We have to write the new equation. What will be the new equation? Available cash with the business was 50,000. Out of that, now what the business did? 10,000. Business took the cash. So 10,000 you have to subtract from 50,000. Now available cash with the business 40,000, plus one more asset is increased in our business, that is bank. It is also asset for the business, 10,000. So 40,000 cash plus 10,000 bank, two assets, equals to liability 0. So for no liability, plus capital the same, capital remains the same, 50,000. Always you can just tally. See here 50,000 in the right hand side, left hand side also 50,000. 40,000 plus 10,000, 50,000. This should always tally. Assets equals to liabilities plus capital. Any doubt on this particular transaction?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are moving to third transaction. Purchased goods for cash 20,000 and credit rupees 30,000. All these are extremely important questions. Repeatedly I'm telling. So don't take it lightly. You have to practice all the PDF questions twice, thrice as far as possible for you, so that the concept becomes clear. After that, the T.S. Gerewal book or D.K. Goyal, whatever you are having at home, there will be more questions in that, and it is really very good book. So you have to practice each and every question from that book. If you people want to score like full marks and all, you have to work hard, dear. I am there to help you out, but I can't practice on behalf of you. You have to do it. You have to work hard from beginning so that you score good marks. Is it clear, Manjusha and Janani?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, dear. So if you see the third transaction, purchased goods for cash 20,000 and credit rupees 30,000. First try to understand. Whenever business purchases goods, what will happen? What will come into the business? In this way you have to think. Simply if we go to the shop, if we are buying dresses for us, what will come and what will go out? Very simple. We will give cash to the shopkeeper. So from us cash will go out. What will come? We are purchasing dress, so dress will come. In the same way, if you see the business, when business purchases goods, stock is coming, because in our accounts, goods, we how do we represent these goods? We refer these goods as stock. We don't say goods. We don't write goods. Stock is an asset. So whenever we are purchasing goods means asset is increasing. Stock is coming into the business. And what is going outside the business? In this particular transaction, we are purchasing goods for 20,000 for cash. So 20,000 cash you will subtract, and for credit 30,000. So one liability is increasing, creditor is increasing. We are purchasing 30,000 goods for like credit. So later on we will make payment to the creditor. And who is creditor? Creditor is a person to whom the business needs to make payment in future. Why? For the goods business has purchased on credit. So now what will be the impact? Very simple. We are purchasing total stock for how much? 50,000 rupees. So stock, that is our asset, it will increase by 50,000. Okay, fine. So at present in business 50,000 goods are available for sale. Now what will be other two impacts? We will be having three impacts in this. First, you have to increase the stock by 50,000. 30,000 we purchased by paying the cash, and other 20,000 goods we purchased but we didn't make any payment. Later on we will make payment. So for credit we purchased. That is the reason creditor has increased. So from your cash, how much you will subtract 20,000? Why? Only 20,000 you paid cash. Remaining 30,000 you purchased on credit. So later on you will make the payment. So under liability, what you have to do? One liability has increased. What is the name of that liability? Creditors. Creditors are those person to whom business needs to make payment in future. Why? Business has purchased goods on credit from them. So how much creditors have increased? 30,000, because goods are purchased on credit for 30,000. So under liability you will write creditors. One liability has increased, you have to write 30,000. From cash you will subtract 20,000, and stock you will increase 50,000. All transactions are extremely important. This type of transaction comes in your exam, so please try to understand. Any doubt in this particular transaction, how these three impacts are working here? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Janani, for
Yes, ma'am.
you? Yeah. Okay, dear. So write it down. Now, new equation you have to show. What will be the new equation? 40,000 cash was there. 20,000 we paid for purchasing 20,000 goods for cash. Subtract 20,000. Now, available cash balance with business how much? 20,000. Plus, the bank balance remains the same. We didn't touch the bank. So 10,000 the bank, it will remain the same, you have to write it down. Plus 50,000, now one more asset increased, stock. Now available goods with the business is 50,000 for resale purpose. Equals to one liability increased, creditors how much? 30,000. Plus that capital 50,000 remains the same. No need to touch capital. Nothing we have to do with capital. So this equation is clear, I hope. This new equation is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will go very slowly, no worries, because try to make your concept strong so that in class 12th you don't face any problem in accounts. You can solve all the sums smoothly. Concept matters a lot in 11th. 11th is the base, dear. So don't think that school is rushing. We have to know. You have to do. Of course, you have to work hard. But what I'm saying, main focus should be on concept. Once your concept are cleared, you can solve any sum. Okay, so no worries. That's the reason I'm going slowly. In 12th also I will be in this range only. I'm not going to rush. Your school may finish entire syllabus, but I will what? I will teach till it goes into your head, till the concepts are clear, till you are able to solve the questions. So it will be like this only. Okay, fine. So we are moving to the next transaction. Now fourth, sold goods for cash 40,000 costing rupees 30,000. Again, in the last class I told you this transaction is extremely important. It is asked in your exam. Kindly write it down. IMP important. When you do the sums, try to focus this type of transactions more. It comes in exam. Okay, fine. Now this also has three impact. Sold goods for cash rupees 40,000 means what? Business is selling the goods for cash 40,000. Costing 30,000 means what? Cost price of the goods sold by the business is for 30,000. I already told you, whenever the business purchases goods for cost, again this for cost itself it will not sell. For example, if I am purchasing a pen for 10 rupees, if I am selling pen to my customer for 10, what is the use of doing business? I am not earning anything. So business means what? I will purchase for one price, more than that price I will sell to customer, then only I will earn profit. In the same way, this transaction says the already we have purchased goods for 50,000. Out of that 50,000, 30,000 is the cost price of the goods which is sold by the business to customer. For how much? 40,000 and cash, so no credit. Now how to do this? So you have to think in this way. When business is selling 30,000 goods, worth 30,000 goods for 40,000, how much cash is coming into the business? 40,000. So in cash what you will do? You will add 40,000. Now you have to think the next. So stock available goods with the business is how much? 50,000. Out of that only business is selling how much? Cost price 30,000. So available stock or available goods will also get reduced by 30,000 cost price. So stock you have to reduce by 30. You have to subtract 30,000 from stock of 50,000. What is the one more impact here? What I said, what is the concept? Always remember, you have to write the 1,000 times also. Whenever you are preparing nights, write again and again. No issues. It should get stored in your mind. What is the rule for this capital? Whenever there is any income, any profit, any gain in our business, it increases our capital. You have to add that thing. Suppose there is any loss, any expense in the business, again there is a rule I taught you. The expense or the gain, it should relate to the current year, not to the next year. Current year expense, current year income we have to show. So in capital, if you see this transaction, 30,000 goods, cost price of 30,000 goods sold to customer for 40,000. So 10,000 is the profit. Business earned how much profit? 10,000. That profit should be added in our capital. So in 50,000 capital, you have to add this 10,000. I told you the reason with proper logic. I hope you are understanding. Now tell me, you have any doubt in this particular transaction?
No, ma'am.
Very good. Janani, are you understanding, dear?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Okay, fine. So write it down. Very good. Now after this, now new equation you have to do. So 20,000 was the last cash balance in business. Now 40,000 we got by selling the goods. So now cash balance is 60,000 with the business. Plus bank balance remains the same. No transaction with bank. So 10,000, the same balance remains. Plus stock has become 20,000. Already 50,000 stock was there, but we sold 30,000. So now in business available stock is 20,000, equals to liability. Creditor is there 30,000. We didn't make any payment to creditor. So till we make the payment, we have to show the liability here. Creditor 30,000. Sorry. Plus capital, it was 60,000. How? Not it was 60,000, actually it was 50,000, the normal capital invested by the owner. In that profit we added. So now the capital becomes 60,000. We will move to fifth. Rent paid. This is the normal transaction. Rent paid means it is a normal expense for the business. Now what will happen? Whenever rent is paid by the business, cash will get reduced. So 500 you have to subtract from the cash balance. What will be the other other impact? Rent is an expense and it relates to the current year. So what you have to do? You have to subtract from capital 500 rupees. Now what will be the new equation? 60,000 available cash was there. From there we paid rent 500 rupees. Now the cash balance becomes 59,500. Plus bank remains the same 10,000. Plus stock remains the same 20,000. Equals to liability creditor 30,000 plus this capital, it was 60,000. From that expense you have to subtract 500. Then now what is the available capital balance? 59,500. Any doubt so far anyone is having? Kavita, Manjusha, any doubt dear?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next transaction. Rent outstanding rupees 100. As I told you, whenever the word outstanding comes with any expense, it may be interest outstanding, wages outstanding, salary outstanding, rent outstanding. What is the concept? All are these expenses which business needs to make payment in future. So see, very easy. Related to expense, there are only three things. What is that three things? Again, I am repeating because you are new to this subject. That's why I am repeating. See, regarding you can write it down. Suppose rent paid. It is the simple transaction. Rent paid means already we received the services and we paid for that. Okay, means the landlord has given us room, we used that room for running our business, and end of the month we paid the rent. Very simple. So you know what to do. If rent paid, you have to subtract from salary, then you have to subtract from capital. You can just write it down. Then what is the second related to this expense? Rent outstanding. Rent is an expense for any business. So expense has taken place. We used the room given by the landlord for running our business. But what we didn't do? We didn't make the payment. We received the service, but we didn't make the payment. So whenever outstanding word comes with any expense, the expense becomes the liability. Try to understand. Whenever any expense becomes due, business needs to make payment of that particular expense in future. Business has received the service of the current year but didn't make the payment. It is current year expense only, because very easy dear, whenever we are receiving the services and we are not making payment means what? This relates to our current year expense only, na? Suppose I am teaching you June month, it means this is my current year income. I will expect June end to receive tuition fees from you people. This is my current year income only. In the same way, whenever business is taking room for rent, using it, but not making the payment of rent to the landlord, then this relates to current year expense only. So what expense has happened, business didn't make the payment. So whenever any expense happens in the business, whether cash is paid or not, you have to subtract from capital. That is the rule. So rent outstanding you will subtract from capital even though we didn't make the cash payment. And what will be the other treatment? Just logically think. If rent has been paid by us, you will subtract from cash, you will reduce the cash balance. We didn't make the payment, that is why it's outstanding. So it's liability for any business. Any expense when business needs to make payment in future, it becomes liability. Write everything clearly in your own words for your better understanding. Now what you will do? So what will be the impact? How you will show its treatment? Very easy. Rent outstanding means you will subtract from your capital. How much? Rent outstanding, how much given? 100 rupees. You subtract from capital 100 rupees. Then what you will do? After that, it is a liability. So one more liability has been increased. Already we are having creditor liability. Creditors for goods already we are having. We have purchased goods on credit. We need to make the payment 30,000 to the creditors. That is one liability already is there in business. One more liability has increased, that is outstanding rent. Now we have to make the payment to our landlord in future. How much? 100 rupees. So plus outstanding rent 100, and from capital this is expense of the current year, so you have to subtract 100 rupees from creditor. Any doubt at this particular transaction? Yes, Janani, Manjusha?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you writing all the important points, whatever I am saying in your own words?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now next. Bought furniture rupees 5,000. Oh, now we have to do that final equation, right? Okay, we will be doing the new equation, not final equation. It's a new equation. So cash balance remains the same because rent was outstanding. So we didn't make any payment of rent. Cash will remain the same in new equation. 59,500 cash balance. Bank balance also remains the same plus 10,000. Plus stock remains the same 20,000. Okay. Then stock 20,000 only, na? Yes. Equals to creditors remains the same 30,000. We didn't make any payment. Plus outstanding rent. One more liability has increased. 100 rupees. Plus this capital, it will get what? Reduced. Capital will get reduced. Why capital will get reduced? Because actually capital was 59,500. From there you have to subtract 100 rupees. That is the rent outstanding. So now capital will be 59,400. If you subtract 100 rupees from capital 59,500, the new equation will be for capital 59,400. Any doubt dear in this particular transaction?
No, ma'am.
Okay, try to solve yourself, dear. Okay, try to first understand what I am saying, then try to do it yourself. Instead of seeing the PDF, try to do it. If you are not able to do, you can just check the PDF, but first try yourself. Okay, fine. Now the seventh transaction. Bought furniture rupees 5,000 on credit. Bought means purchase. Always remember BOUGHT. What is the meaning of bought? Purchases. So purchased furniture for 5,000 on credit. What is the meaning of this? Always remember furniture is an asset. It is not the goods. Goods are different from assets. Why? Goods are purchased by business for reselling it and earning profit. Whenever goods are purchased, business will sell it to customer and earn profit. But assets are different. Whenever business purchases any asset, for example here furniture, it never sells it to customer. This furniture will give benefit, long term benefit. Okay, so assets are not purchased on regular basis. You don't purchase assets every day. You purchase once for 2 years or 3 years, like that. You may keep it in your showroom so that whenever the customers come, they can sit there. So it gives you benefit in your business. Always assets give us benefit in the business. It is not purchased for reselling it. So always remember, goods, assets, both are different things. Kindly write it down. These are the main concept in accounts. Now what happens? And I told you goods are purchased on regular basis, like you can say every 2-3 days we will purchase the goods, we will sell to the customer and earn profit. These assets, they are purchased once in 2 or 3 years and this give us long term benefit. We don't sell these assets to our customers. So be clear with these. And whenever goods are purchased in accounting equation, we use the word stock. Whenever goods are sold or purchased, we use the word stock. What about assets? Whenever any asset is purchased, we use the name of the asset. Here, what is the name of the asset? Furniture. Furniture is an asset for any business. So you cannot write goods, because as I told you, assets, goods, both are entirely different thing. Both are not same. Whenever business purchases any asset, business writes name of the asset. But whenever business purchases any goods in which it is dealing, it uses the word stock. Kindly write it down as important note. Are you writing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now what you understood, this is furniture is not at all an goods. It is an asset. Now what you will show, how you are going to show, and that also we are purchasing furniture on credit. Means we are not making any payment immediately. Later on we will make the payment. So again one more liability increases. We are purchasing asset but we are not paying cash. We are purchasing asset on credit. So liability increases, one asset comes into the business, that is furniture, and one liability increases. You have to write creditor for furniture, because creditors means, normally if you write creditor, it means we have purchased goods on credit and we have to make payment to those creditors in future. So as I told you, goods are different from furniture. So when you are purchasing some asset for, like on credit, you have to write clearly creditor for furniture, or suppose any machinery, any land and building, all these are assets for any business. So you have to write it properly, what asset you are purchasing. Name of the asset we always write it down. Whenever assets are purchased by the business, name of the asset is used. Whenever goods are purchased in the business, stock word is used. Kindly write it down. Extremely important concept, because students get confused. They write for this asset also stock. Then what will happen? Your answer will go wrong, because both are entirely different things. That's why I'm telling you to write everything. Since the subject is new to you, you have to learn a lot. So write it down everything. Now what you will, how you are going to show this, you will add one asset, that is furniture. Then what you will do, you will add one liability, creditor for furniture. That is furniture is purchased for how much, what is the price, 5,000 rupees. So 5,000 you have to add as furniture in your asset. Already three assets are there with the business so far: cash, bank, stock. One more asset, furniture, is increased now. In the same way, what are the previous liability with the business? Creditors, outstanding rent. Already two liabilities exist. Now one more liability has increased, plus creditor for furniture. In this way you have to show everything cleanly. Now what you have to do after doing this, the new equation. Cash remains the same. We didn't use any cash for making payment because we purchased furniture for credit. So you can write cash as it is. 59,500. I am talking about new equation. Write it down dear. Plus bank 10,000. Bank remains the same. Plus stock remains the same 20,000. But one furniture is added, asset. So plus furniture 5,000 equals to creditors 30,000 remains the same, plus outstanding rent 100 rupees remains the same, plus one more liability increases, creditor for furniture 5,000. This is the new equation. Plus capital you have to write same, 59,400. Capital also remains the same, no change in capital, 59,400. Is this transaction clear? Shall we move to next?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine dear. Yes, Janani, are you understanding dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Manjusha, you are understanding, you don't have any, like
Ma'am,
any
I
doubts?
understood.
Okay, fine dear, fine. Now, eighth point. Bought furniture rupees 5,000 for personal use. And one more thing I would like to tell you, whenever you are doing the practical questions in accounts, try to read the question properly. For example, many times what happens, students read bought furniture, then they are in hurry to solve the question. They don't read the full question, they don't understand. It is written personal use. So again, personal use means drawings. What is the meaning of personal use? The proprietor or the owner of the business is purchasing furniture not for office use. Office use means business purpose. They are purchasing for their home. Personal use means what? They will take that furniture for home. But from where they are taking the cash? Owner is taking the cash from business, 5,000. So it's drawing. You can, if you show this as an asset in accounting equation like furniture 5,000, again the question will go wrong. That is the reason. Read it properly what the question says. Understand, then solve it. Don't be in hurry. Now bought furniture rupees 5,000 for personal use means it is drawings. It is this furniture of 5,000 is purchased by the owner, not for office use, not for business purpose. He is taking this furniture to his home. So it's drawing. And now what is the concept of this drawing? Whenever the owner withdraws amount for personal use, what we do? First the cash will reduce. What will happen? You have to subtract from cash 5,000 rupees. What will be the other impact? Capital will also be reduced. This is the rule. Kindly write it down. Whenever drawings takes place in business, cash will get reduced and capital will get reduced. Kindly write it down and revise whatever you are writing every day. Try to revise the important things you have written during the class. Okay. Now if you are subtracting this 5,000 from cash and 5,000 from capital, again we are going to do the new equation. So 59,500 was the available cash balance. From that 5,000 rupees owner took for his personal use, drawing, purchasing furniture for personal use. So now the balance will be 54,500 plus bank balance remains same 10,000, no change in bank balance, plus stock remains the same 20,000, plus furniture remains the same 5,000, equals to creditors 30,000 plus outstanding rent 100 plus creditor for furniture 5,000 plus this capital 54,500. How 54,500? Because 59,400 was the last capital balance. Now drawing reduces the capital. Always whenever there is drawing, remember, write it down. You have to subtract from capital. This is the rule. So I will teach you. If you want, I can teach you the logic also behind it. I will tell you. So now you have to subtract this 5,000. Now the capital is how much? The available capital with the business 54,400. Why we are subtracting the drawing amount from this capital? There is a logic. Without logic, we are not doing anything in our accounts. See, whenever the owner of the business takes the money, from where he will take? Very simple. From where? Whenever he started business, what increased? Cash increased, capital increased, and vice versa. Whenever he is taking the money, capital will also reduce, cash will also reduce. Now you got it? Yes, Janani, Manjusha?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now we are moving to ninth equation. What is the ninth equation? Purchased motorcycle for cash rupees 2,000. They didn't write for personal use. Again, you have to be very alert while reading the question. Question is not telling you that the motorcycle is purchased for personal use. You cannot assume yourself. If the motorcycle is purchased by the owner for personal use, question will tell you. Unless and until question tells you, no assumption. Here simply what the question says, purchased motorcycle for cash means for office use, for business. In this way you have to understand. So now purchased motorcycle for cash rupees 20,000. Obviously cash will reduce. We are paying cash, we are making payment. So business cash will get reduced. By how much? 20,000. You have to subtract 20,000 from our cash balance. Then one more asset is increasing. Again, bike or motorcycle. What is that? Motorcycle. It's an asset for our business. So one more asset is increasing. Now there will be no change in capital. Now how you will show the final equation? After ninth there is no equation. So you can write final equation. This is the last equation. So available cash was 54,500. From there you paid 20,000 rupees cash for buying the motorcycle. Now the available cash balance with the business is 34,500 plus bank balance 10,000 plus stock 20,000 plus furniture 5,000 plus motorcycle 20,000. These are the assets available with the business at present. After 9 transactions took place in our business, the available assets with the business are what? Cash, bank, stock, furniture, motorcycle. All these assets are there. What about the liabilities and capital? Equals to, now creditors plus outstanding rent plus creditor for furniture, all these liabilities plus capital, these liabilities are also there. So there is no change in our liability. 30,000 plus 100 plus 5,000 plus 20,000, you can write it by seeing that, plus 54,400, that is the capital. Till here any doubt anyone is having?
Ma'am, can you explain?
Yes, tell me dear, one by one. Both of you are having some doubt. Tell me one by one. Yes.
Ma'am, can you explain why the drawing amount is subtracted from the capital again?
Yeah. Manjusha, you tell me. Just unmute yourself, dear. Suppose you are a person, you are going to start a business. Okay. So in accounts, if you are starting a business, suppose by 50,000 rupees, what will be the impact in our accounting equation? Tell me.
The asset cash will be 50,000 rupees.
Okay. And what the one more impact, two impact will be there, na?
Even capital will be 50,000 rupees.
Excellent. Now, if you are the owner, you are taking money from your business for your personal use, that 10,000 rupees. Then what will happen in your business? From where you will take the money? See, you are going to take the money 10,000 for your personal use. For example, to pay the rent to pay the rent of the house where you are living, or whatever, it's for personal use, it is not related to your business. So now cash you are taking means cash will be reduced. And in capital, why it will be reduced means, see, what is capital? Capital is always a liability from business point of view. What I said, capital is always a liability from business point of view. It means business thinks that whatever the owner invests in the business, it needs to be repaid by the business whenever the business comes to an end. That is the concept here. So whenever the owner, he himself, he or she is taking some money for personal use, now the liability reduces or not? Think in this way. Suppose 50,000, suppose I have taken 50,000 from you as a loan. Okay, I am business, you are the owner. And I told you to invest in my business 50,000 rupees. You have invested. Due to some reason, after few months, you are taking for your personal use 10,000. So, whenever the business comes to an end, how much I have to make the payment to you? Will I pay entire 50,000 or will I pay 40,000 to you?
Ma'am, I didn't understand.
Okay, you didn't understand. See, Manjusha. Okay, forget about business, forget about everything. Okay, you just forget about everything. Now think that I am your friend and I want money. Okay, and I am asking you, can you please give me 20,000 rupees? It's urgent. I want for some emergency. You are saying it's okay. You are giving me. You are paying me 20,000. Forget about business, everything. Now you paid me 20,000. Now I am having 20,000. After some time, you said, you do one thing, I also want money, I also have some emergency now, at least can you pay me 10,000 out of that? So I am telling, okay, I am having, I will pay you. So 10,000 I paid you, you took that money. After few months, when the time comes for me to repay the amount I have taken from you, will I pay entire 20,000 or will I pay only 10,000?
10,000.
Excellent. Why I am not paying you entire 20,000?
Because you have already given me 10,000.
Very good. Now just try to understand. Now the same. I am business, you are the owner. What I told you, business is an individual person, business is separate from the owner. Both are separate, both are not same. So think that I am your friend, but you are the owner. Now I am business, I have asked from you rupees 50,000, you gave 50,000, you invested in my business. You are separate, I am separate. Okay, like that friend concept you have to understand. Now what you are doing, after few months you are taking from me 10,000. Then whenever the business comes to an end, and that 10,000 you already took out of the business for any purpose, whenever business comes to an end, will I pay you entire 20 or 50, what I said I forgot, or I will subtract whatever you took from me, then the remaining balance I will pay?
You will subtract what I took from you and then give the remaining balance.
That's it. Why I am subtracting? Already I am thinking that I am business, you are the owner, but I am thinking whatever you are paying, you are investing in my business, it's a loan for me. I am thinking it as burden. I am taking it as liability. I have to make the payment in future, and out of that you are taking some amount, means again why I will pay? So that's the reason I from capital we are subtracting drawings. Now it's clear to you, Manjusha?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about Janani?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to ask, is it necessary to write balance sheet?
Yes, dear. It is necessary, dear. Why you are asking, dear? Like,
Because,
yes, tell me, dear.
because in our school they didn't teach balance sheet, that's why. They
Oh,
just did the asset and then left it, that's it.
okay, it's okay if you don't know, because in many schools the question comes like this, so it depends on you. If in your school they are not teaching, you can leave, because each and every school is separate. Some school they teach, in some school they don't. So I teach, every time I teach this balance sheet concept. It's up to you. If you don't want to learn, you can just skip it. Okay.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
this balance sheet is very easy. What you have to do in this balance sheet, just write liability amount, assets amount. The final equation just you have to write. Final equation, like in liability, what are the final equation? Just cut, copy, paste you have to do. Creditors plus outstanding rent plus creditor for furniture plus capital, you will write in the liability column. Then the amount about final equation. Then in assets, just cut, copy, paste only the final equation. Cash 34,500, bank 10,000, 20,000 stock, furniture 5,000, motorbike how much? 20,000. Then you have to do the total both the sides. It will come same. It will tally automatically. That is only balance sheet. You are not doing anything. When you make sum total of these amounts, asset side will come 89,500, liability side will also come 89,500. Then you have to put double underline. That's all. It's up to you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. But in exams, like that time, is it okay if we write balance sheet or is it not
No, no,
needed?
see, in exam you have to read the question, dear. If the question tells you to prepare the balance sheet, then only you have to prepare. If the question is telling only to prepare accounting equation, why to unnecessarily prepare this balance sheet? No need. Everything depends on question, dear. You have to read. If the question says prepare accounting equation, then do like this only accounting equation. If the question tells you prepare accounting equation and balance sheet, then both these you have to do. And you are saying that in your school balance sheet has not been taught by the teacher, then definitely in your school exam 11th you will not have this balance sheet in accounting equation. If the teacher has not taught, how she will give the question, na? Right? So only accounting equation is sufficient for you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. So any doubts so far you people have?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So shall we move to next question, dear? Page number 9, question number 6. Now in your school, which chapter, Janani, which chapter they are teaching in your school?
They're almost done with journal entry.
Okay, you are understanding. Journal entry is easy for you.
Yes, ma'am, I understood that.
Okay, fine. So page number 9, question number 6. Commenced business with cash 50,000 and rupees 1 lakh by check. Goods rupees 60,000, machinery rupees 1 lakh and furniture rupees 50,000. Now you have to understand, it is not necessary that every time the owner of the business will bring only cash or invest only cash in the business. Sometime what happens, he brings some goods with him while starting the business along with cash. Sometime he may bring some assets, it may be available at his home. He may invest that also in business. So whenever a person starts any business and he brings cash, his bank balance also, suppose he is bringing his bank balance and investing in our business. He may bring assets and invest in business while starting the business. So all these you have to add together for this capital. So only cash you will not take. Suppose a person is investing only cash, then cash is his capital, fine. But suppose in this particular question, if you see, owner is investing cash, check means bank. What is this check? Rupees 1 lakh by check means bank. So, and goods means stock. Machinery means asset, furniture means asset. All together, you have to add and see how much capital has been invested. So just prepare the format first. Be ready with the format. Assets equal to liabilities plus capital, serial number, that proper format. You do it. So now if you see this, cash will increase by 50,000 because owner is bringing cash. Then check. What is the meaning of check? Rupees 1 lakh by check means bank. Always remember and write as important note. Whenever in your question they say check means it is bank balance. The owner is what? He is transferring his personal bank balance into what? Business bank balance. So he is investing that bank balance in business. So write it down. Plus bank, one more asset is increasing. He is bringing along with him 1 lakh rupees. Plus goods means we write stock 60,000 plus machinery, one asset he is bringing while starting the business 1 lakh, one more asset. Furniture, how much? 50,000. All these he is bringing in the business. Equals to liability plus capital. Now liability is 0, but if you talk about capital, you have to add all these together. All these are capital. Why all these are capital? Before starting any business, he is investing not only cash. Before starting any business or at the time of starting the business, he is investing all these things. So you have to add all these together and calculate the capital. So 50,000 plus 1 lakh plus 60,000 plus 1 lakh plus 50,000. When you add all these together, then only 3 lakh 60,000 your capital will come. So any doubt on this particular question? Yes? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay, dear. So that is the reason we are doing in this way. Now the second transaction. This is very again extremely important. You have to understand this second transaction. 1/3 of the above goods. Now you have to understand what is the meaning of 1/3 of the above goods. Read slowly, try to understand the language. Above goods means how much goods invested by the owner in the business. 60,000. In the first transaction, if you see how much goods he has invested in the business at the time of starting the business, it is clearly written goods rupees 60,000. They are talking about that goods only. 1/3 of the above goods means In working notes, you have to write 60,000 multiplied by 1/3. How much it will come? So goods 60,000 multiplied by 1/3, 20,000 will come. Now what they are saying? Sold at a profit of 10% on cost. Now what is the meaning of this line? So first you have to calculate 1/3 of 60,000. Do it in working notes. If you calculate 1/3 of 60,000, it comes to 20,000. That is the goods sold. They are saying out of 60,000 goods invested by the owner, business is selling 1/3 of it. So what is the cost price of the goods sold? 20,000. But this, as I told you, 20,000 goods if you sell to customer for 20,000, there is no use of doing business. Business means you have to sell the goods in profit. So now what about the profit? The question says at a profit of 10% on cost. So cost we calculated, 20,000 is the cost. 10% profit means 10% of what? Obviously of the goods you are selling. You are selling goods cost price 20,000. 10% of 20,000 will be how much? It will be 2,000 rupees. So profit is 2,000. Goods cost price of the goods 20,000. So 20,000 goods you are selling for 22,000. Are you understanding or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do the working notes properly. So now 22,000, that is the selling price of the goods. Now again the question doesn't end here. Now what the question says, and half of the payment is received in cash. So when you are selling 22,000, that is the selling price of the goods, you should receive 22,000 in cash. But what the question is telling again, half of the payment is received in cash. So what is the half of 22,000? 11,000. Business is getting only 11,000 in cash. Question is done. Means you have to understand what about the next 11,000? The next 11,000 question, the like business is selling the goods of this 11,000 for credit. You have to understand the language. So if the business is selling for credit, this goods means one more asset will be created in our business. Who is that asset? Debtors. Now who are debtors? Debtors are those persons, write it down. Debtors are those persons in our business to whom business sell the goods on credit. Business cannot always sell the goods for cash. In order to expand the business will have to sell the goods on credit also sometime. So, if business sell goods on credit to some person, those persons are known as debtors. D-E-B-T-O-R-S. D-E-B-T-O-R-S. Debtors. Debtors are those persons to whom business sell the goods on credit. You write it down everything. Now debtors are assets for the business. How debtors are assets for the business? Because in future business needs to business will get money from them. So any kind of benefit if business is getting from anything, that is asset for the business. Debtors are assets because in future business will get money from them. Okay, are you getting my point? Yes, Manjusha, Janani, are you understanding, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I explain
ma'am.
once again this transaction, or it's clear?
Ma'am, it's clear for me.
Okay, what about Janani?
I understand, ma'am.
Okay, now we will see the impact. We learned how to do the calculations, everything. Now you should know how to do the treatment in our accounting equation. See, very, very easy. So finally, after doing all the calculations, what we understood? We understood that the business is selling cost price of the goods 20,000 for 22,000. So 20,000 goods, business is selling for 22,000. This much we understood. Then what we understood, then the question says this 22,000, out of this 22,000 only half of the amount business is receiving in cash. Then what we understood, so 11,000 cash is increasing in our business, 11,000 one more asset, debtors are increasing. So now how to do the treatment? See, in cash you will increase 11,000 because out of this 22,000 sales, how much? 11,000 we are receiving cash. So you can add in cash 11,000 and the remaining 11,000 in the asset side itself you can show as debtors. Okay, after furniture you can add one more asset plus DEBTORS, debtors 11,000. Okay, now what will happen? See, 20,000 goods will be reduced from our stock. So you have to subtract from stock 20,000 goods. Then what you will do? This 20,000 goods we are selling for 22,000. So this 2,000 is our profit and profit of the current year. Already we sold goods to our customer. So already we earned profit. We didn't received now because some goods we received for, some goods we sold for cash. Some we sold on credit. So in future we will receive the 11,000. It's okay. But 2,000 profit we have already earned by selling the goods. So this 2,000 profit, what you will do? You have to add in your capital. In your capital, you have to add this 2,000 rupees. Why you are adding 2,000 rupees? The same concept. Business is earning profit of 2,000 rupees. How? 20,000 cost price of the goods. Business is selling for 22,000. So it is earning profit of 2,000. That 2,000 profit you have to add in capital as per the rule. Any doubt in this particular transaction? Yes, very important transaction again. Okay, fine. So do it with proper working notes and everything. Okay, fine. We will keep till here, dear. It's a big question. We can't finish in today's class. So on Tuesday, we will continue this question. Okay? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Till here, you kindly practice at home the same questions repeatedly. Janani and Manjusha, kindly practice. Try to solve without the help of this PDF solutions. Just read the question, hide the solution, try to do it yourself. See where you are strucking, then try again. Even if then it's not clear, you can see the PDF. Okay, but try to do it yourself. Then only you will get that confidence. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, dear. That's all for today.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, dear. Bye. Good night. Bye, dear. Bye.